There is a strange kind of poverty that does not look like poverty. It has a nice car. It has clean shoes. It has the latest phone. It eats at good restaurants. It posts from beautiful places. It looks calm, confident, and successful from the outside. But behind the scenes, it is tired. It is anxious. It is one emergency away from panic. It is counting days until payday while looking like everything is fine. And that is one of the most dangerous financial traps in modern life. Because many people are not broke because they earn nothing. They are broke because they are spending too much money trying not to look broke. Imagine a young professional named Marcus. Marcus gets his first serious job. Not millionaire money, but better money than he has ever earned before. For the first time, he feels like life is finally moving forward. So he does what many people do when their income rises. He upgrades. He gets a better apartment because he tells himself he needs to live in a nicer area. He buys a car because he feels embarrassed arriving everywhere in his old one. He starts dressing better because now he works with people who look polished. He goes out more often because he does not want to seem boring. He buys a better phone because everyone around him has one. At first, it feels amazing. People notice. Friends compliment him. Family says he is doing well. Social media makes his life look like progress. And Marcus feels proud. But after a few months, something strange happens. His salary is higher than before, but he still feels broke. His bank account empties faster. His bills are bigger. His stress is heavier. And the freedom he thought he was buying has somehow turned into pressure. On the outside, Marcus looks more successful. But on the inside, he feels less free. This is where our story will begin today. It is not just the money you spend. It is the life you trade away to maintain an image. Most people think success is something you show. The car, the clothes, the apartment, the holidays, the restaurants, the watch, the phone, the lifestyle. But real financial success is often invisible. It looks like having money left over. It looks like sleeping peacefully because a surprise bill will not destroy you. It looks like having options. It looks like not needing to prove anything. It looks like owning your time instead of renting your image from the bank. And this is where many people get trapped. They confuse the appearance of success with the foundation of success. Looking successful and becoming successful are not the same thing. In fact, they often move in opposite directions. The person who is trying hardest to look successful may be spending the money they should be using to actually become successful. Let's break this down simply. Every time you earn money, you can send that money in one of two directions. You can send it toward your image, or you can send it toward your freedom. Money sent toward image buys things that make you look better today. Money sent toward freedom buys things that make your life stronger tomorrow. Image money says, I want people to think I am doing well. Freedom money says, I want my future self to actually be okay. The problem is that image gives you an instant reward. When you buy the nice outfit, you feel it immediately. When you drive the new car, people notice immediately. When you go to the expensive place, you enjoy the moment immediately. When you post the lifestyle, you get the reaction immediately. Freedom is slower. An emergency fund does not get compliments. Paying off debt does not look exciting. Investing quietly every month does not impress people at dinner. Choosing a cheaper apartment does not make your life look glamorous online. But those boring decisions are often the decisions that build real wealth. That is why looking successful is so dangerous. It gives you the feeling of progress while quietly stealing the resources that create progress. Think about it like building a house. If someone spends all their money painting the outside walls, adding lights, putting beautiful furniture near the windows, and decorating the entrance, the house might look impressive from the street. But what if there is no strong foundation? What if the roof leaks? What if the walls are weak? What if one storm could bring the whole thing down? That is what happens when someone builds a financial life around appearance. From the outside, everything looks nice. But the foundation is weak. No savings. Too much debt. No investments. No breathing room. No real plan. And the scary part is that other people may still admire the house. They may even say, wow, you are doing so well. But compliments do not pay bills. Likes do not build wealth. And looking rich does not protect you from being financially fragile. The hidden cost of looking successful starts with lifestyle inflation. Lifestyle inflation is simple. It means when your income goes up, your spending goes up with it. You earn more, so you spend more. You get a raise, so you upgrade the car. You get a better job, so you upgrade the apartment. You make extra money, so you start eating out more. You feel like you deserve better, so every part of life becomes more expensive. And the dangerous thing is that it feels normal. It does not feel like a mistake. It feels like progress. After all, what is the point of working hard if you cannot enjoy your money? And that is true. Money is meant to improve your life. But there is a difference between improving your life and upgrading your image. There is a difference between comfort and performance. There is a difference between enjoying your money and needing your lifestyle to prove something. The question is not, should I ever buy nice things? The question is, am I buying this because it genuinely improves my life, or because I want to feel successful in front of other people? That question can change everything, because a lot of spending is not really about the thing itself. It is about the feeling attached to the thing. People do not always buy luxury clothes because fabric changed their life. They buy the feeling of being respected. People do not always buy expensive cars because they love engines. They buy the feeling of being important. People do not always go to expensive places because the food is life-changing. They buy the feeling of belonging. People do not always upgrade phones because the old one stopped working. They buy the feeling of keeping up. And this is where psychology enters the picture. Human beings are wired to care about status. For most of history, being accepted by the group mattered for survival. If your tribe rejected you, life became dangerous. So the brain learned to pay attention to how other people see us. Today, we are no longer trying to survive in a tribe in the same way. But the old wiring is still there. Now the tribe is social media. The tribe is your workplace. The tribe is your friend group. The tribe is your family. The tribe is the people you secretly compare yourself to. So when someone else upgrades their life, your brain notices. A friend gets a new car. A coworker goes on vacation. Someone your age buys a house. Someone online seems to be making more money. Someone you grew up with looks like they are winning. And suddenly, your normal life starts to feel behind. Not because anything actually changed in your bank account, but because comparison changed the way you see your life. This is one reason people overspend. They are not just buying things. They are trying to close the gap between how their life feels and how they think it should look. The problem is that this race has no finish line. There is always someone with a nicer car, a bigger house, a better holiday, a newer phone, a more expensive outfit, a more impressive lifestyle. If your financial decisions are controlled by comparison, you will always need more money to feel okay. And even when you get more, the feeling does not last. That is another hidden cost of looking successful. The upgrade becomes normal. The first time Marcus drove his new car, it felt exciting. A few weeks later, it just became his car. The first time he moved into the nicer apartment, it felt like a dream. A few months later, it just became home. The first time he wore the expensive clothes, he felt confident. Eventually, they became normal clothes. But the payment stayed. The rent stayed. The car payment stayed. The credit card balance stayed. The pressure stayed. The excitement faded, but the financial weight remained. This is how people slowly build a life that is expensive to maintain. At first, every upgrade feels like a reward. But over time, the rewards become the new baseline. Then life does not feel better. It just feels more expensive. And if you are not careful, you end up needing a high income just to afford the image of having a high income. That is not freedom. That is a more polished version of being trapped. Now let's look at the real cost. Suppose someone spends an extra $300 every month to maintain a lifestyle that looks successful. Maybe it is a more expensive car. Maybe it is eating out. Maybe it is clothes, subscriptions, gadgets, and social spending. Maybe it is a combination of small things that do not seem dangerous alone. $300 a month may not sound life-changing, but over 1 year, that is $3,600. Over 5 years, that is $18,000. And if that money had been used to pay down debt, build savings, or invest, the long-term difference could be much bigger. But the cost is not only financial. There is also a mental cost. When you spend money to look successful, you become attached to the image. Now you cannot easily step back. You cannot easily say no. You cannot easily choose the cheaper option. You cannot easily admit that something is too expensive, because the image must be protected. So you keep going. You say yes to plans you cannot afford. You keep subscriptions you barely use. You upgrade things that still work. You avoid honest conversations about money. You pretend the pressure is normal. And slowly, your money stops serving you. It starts serving the version of you that other people see. That is a heavy way to live, because the more expensive your image becomes, the less freedom you have to change. You may want to leave a stressful job, but your bills are too high. You may want to start a business, but your lifestyle needs steady cash. You may want to invest, but your money is already committed. You may want to rest, but the image requires constant income. This is the part people do not see. Looking successful can reduce your options, and options are one of the clearest signs of real wealth. Real wealth is not just having expensive things. Real wealth is having choices. The choice to say no, the choice to walk away, the choice to survive a bad month, the choice to help your family without panic, the choice to take an opportunity, the choice to sleep without financial fear. A person who looks rich but has no options is not financially free. A person who looks ordinary but has savings, investments, and low pressure may be much wealthier than they appear. This is why quiet wealth is so powerful. Quiet wealth does not always impress strangers, but it protects your future. It is the money no one sees, the savings account no one claps for, the investment account no one asks about, the paid-off balance no one celebrates, the simple car that gives you breathing room, the modest apartment that lets you build, the decision to delay showing off so you can actually get ahead. Quiet wealth is not about being cheap. It is about being clear. It is understanding that every dollar has a job. Some dollars are for living. Some dollars are for joy. Some dollars are for responsibility. And some dollars are for buying back your future. The danger comes when too many dollars are sent to impress people who are not responsible for your life. Because the people you are trying to impress will not pay your debt. They will not fund your emergency. They will not retire for you. They will not carry the stress of your financial choices. You will. So the practical question is this: how do you stop paying the hidden cost of looking successful? The first step is to separate success from signals. A signal is something that makes success visible. A nice car can signal success. Expensive clothes can signal success. A luxury trip can signal success. A beautiful apartment can signal success. But a signal is not the same as the thing itself. A smoke alarm can signal fire, but it is not fire. A trophy can signal victory, but it is not the work that created victory. A lifestyle can signal wealth, but it is not wealth. So before you spend money, ask yourself, is this building my life, or just signaling that my life is built? That one question can save you from many bad decisions. The second step is to make invisible progress feel valuable. Most people struggle with this because invisible progress feels boring. But boring is often where wealth begins. Paying off a balance is progress. Having 1 month of expenses saved is progress. Investing a small amount consistently is progress. Avoiding a bad purchase is progress. Choosing peace over pressure is progress. You may not get applause for it, but your future self will feel it. The third step is to create a personal definition of enough. Without a definition of enough, the world will always sell you more. More upgrades, more status, more comparison, more pressure, more reasons to spend. Enough does not mean you stop growing. It means you stop letting other people's lifestyles decide what your life should cost. Maybe enough is a reliable car instead of an impressive one. Maybe enough is a comfortable home instead of a perfect one. Maybe enough is buying quality without buying status. Maybe enough is enjoying life without turning every moment into a performance. When you know what enough means, you become harder to manipulate. The fourth step is to buy freedom first. This does not mean never enjoying your money. It means your first financial priority should be strength before appearance. Before the upgrade, build the cushion. Before the expensive lifestyle, remove the expensive debt. Before trying to look wealthy, create the habits that build wealth. Before buying things that impress people, buy assets, skills, savings, and breathing room. Because the best lifestyle is not the one that looks richest. It is the one you can afford without fear. And the final step is to remember that real success often looks unimpressive in the beginning. It may look like driving the same car for longer. It may look like saying no to certain nights out. It may look like living below your income. It may look like repeating simple habits when no one is watching. It may look like being underestimated. But being underestimated can be a financial advantage. Because while other people are busy performing success, you can quietly build it. You can build savings. You can learn investing. You can reduce debt. You can increase your skills. You can make decisions from calm instead of pressure. And one day, the difference becomes visible. Not because you shouted about it. Not because you needed everyone to notice. But because your life starts to feel different. You are not panicking every payday. You are not afraid of every emergency. You are not trapped by every bill. You are not forced to keep up with every trend. You are not using money to prove your worth. Your money starts working for you instead of your image. That is when success becomes real. So here is the lesson. The hidden cost of looking successful is not just the price of the car, the clothes, the apartment, or the lifestyle. The hidden cost is the freedom you give up, the peace you lose, the options you reduce, the future wealth you delay, and the pressure you carry just to maintain a picture of success. There is nothing wrong with wanting nice things. There is nothing wrong with enjoying your money. There is nothing wrong with presenting yourself well. But there is a problem when looking successful becomes more important than becoming financially strong. Because the goal is not to look rich while feeling trapped. The goal is to build a life that feels free, even if it looks simple. And sometimes, the most powerful financial decision you can make is not buying something that proves you are doing well. Sometimes, it is choosing not to buy it. Not because you cannot. Not because you are afraid. But because you know where you are going. Because real wealth is not always loud. Sometimes it is quiet. Sometimes it is patient. Sometimes it looks ordinary from the outside. But inside, it gives you something far more valuable than attention. It gives you control. And when your money gives you control over your life, you no longer need to spend it proving anything to anyone.